Hello and good morning. My name is Abby. This is Craft Studio. I am in my craft studio today. And it's a mess. Yeah, it needs some attention. I've been well, anyway, how are you today? It is good to be back with you. I've got my cup of coffee and had a little bit of breakfast, and I am filming with the window open. It is so hot. I hope there's not loud noises like sirens and stuff, but if there is, we'll just go with it. So I have kind of a video for you today. I know it's been a while, and sorry about that, but I do have some finished objects to share with you today. I'm also keeping an eye on my microphone battery to make sure it's okay. I thought about changing it out, but I think it's an okay one, so hopefully that works. Okay, so yeah, I do have a couple finished objects to share with you, although it's just been crazy. It's really been crazy. You know, when you have a plan for something and you say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then everything gets flipped upside down. Do you know what that's like? That happened to me when school was getting ready to finish. I was like, okay, this is my plan for the summer. That's what I'm gonna do, and I felt confident about it, that it was gonna go okay and that it was gonna be good. And everything got flipped upside down. And that's what's happened. That's what we're doing. I got a job. I'm working part-time. And we're going to be getting our house on the market to sell it. And so we're having to clean and organize and declutter. And it's a big project. It's a big project. And it's hot. It just this week it got extremely hot. Up until now, it's been really kind of cool and comfortable, which is odd, but I was very grateful for that. We do get pretty hot here in the summertime, but really you don't get the really bad heat until like July, August, and sometimes September, but for it to be this hot in June is kind of unusual. But that's okay. Nothing we can do about it. Just make the most of it, or try to make the best of it. And I know I should not be drinking hot coffee, but did not want to try to do this video without coffee. Alright, so maybe I should just jump right into what I've got to show you. First of all, I promised that Plucky would be here to join me in my next video, and here she is. This is Plucky. This is my chicken with very long legs, and I love these legs. And I love her feet. These are her little feet. I used felt, wool felt for her feet, and just put some buttons on there. Just attached them to these long skinny legs. And this is the back. I put a little heart there. I usually, when I make dolls, you will know if you've watched my videos, I make a heart. I put it on their chest. But I needed to cover up a place where I stuffed the wing, because the wings, oh, did that rip? No, it didn't. Okay. The wings turned out different sizes, which I'm okay with. That's alright. I'm not bothered by that. But I also needed the feathers to point back. And so anyway, I ended up stuffing on this side, and I needed something to cover it up after I stitched it up. So I put the heart on the wing. And Plucky is Plucky is an unusual bird, and that's okay. I really didn't use a pattern for her. I really kind of just made her up as I went along. I did use a pattern as a guide. Sit her here, maybe. Yeah, I think she'll sit there. I did use a pattern as a guide. Oh, that's getting hot. I'm taking that off. Ugh. And it's out of this book, Birds, by Tone. Is it Finninger? Actually came as a set. So this was the chickens that I set out to make. I think you can see that. See how cute they are? Yeah. So I used the basic pattern and cut it out for Plucky. And for the feet, of course, I didn't make the feet like she did. And I didn't make the overalls. And then I just kind of, like I said, I just kind of made her up as I went along. And I think she turned out okay. I didn't know exactly what to do about the eyes, so just used some vintage buttons and the little, what's that called? There's a term for that, whatever that is. The little, hang on, it's in the book. I'm going to find it, of course. So anyway, yeah, I just used felt for that and felt for the comb. And I used vintage fabrics that were given to me. Well, the blue was given to me. The yellow and this fabric I found in an Etsy shop, I believe. But anyway, I just think she's so cute. So this is Plucky. And I had a difficult time sewing the wings on and then stuffing her because she was an odd shape. So she's kind of lumpy, but that's okay. I thought about making an apron for her or a little shawl or something. Maybe I will do that in the future, but for right now, I think she's okay the way she is. So, and she is excited to meet you all. There you go, Plucky. There, okay. It's getting hot in here. Alright, I better hurry. Okay, so my next thing I wanted to share with you, I started another knit sock. Yes, I have not done knitting on socks for quite some time. I gave it up, actually. I got very upset and frustrated and discouraged the last time I made a pair of knit socks because they did not fit my feet. In fact, the last 2 pairs of knit socks I made, they turned out fine, except they were too big. And it really frustrated me, and because of all the time I put into knitting them and the beautiful yarn I used, and I was just very frustrated and disgruntled. And I had tried so many times to get socks, to make knit socks that fit my feet, and worked so hard, and then they were too big, and it really frustrated me. And I decided I didn't say it out loud, but mentally I was like, I'm done. I'm done with knit socks. I don't think I'll ever do them again. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm done. Just, I can do crochet socks, and I'm fine with that. Even though knit socks is why I started knitting. I think they're beautiful. I think they're amazing. And I wanted to learn how to do it. It was kind of my unicorn. Wow. Knit socks. Just, they're beautiful. They're amazing. I wanted to learn how to do that. That is why I learned to knit. No other reason except knit socks. Okay. So anyway, well, I was going through Etsy. I like to window shop on Etsy. I do. I like to see what people have. I just like looking through Etsy. And I come across this cute little shop, and it's called Odd Sock House. I think that's the name of it. Have her card. Yes, Odd Sock House, okay? And she sells these sock kits, knit sock kits, and it's with Scrappy yarn. And yes, I purchased one, and this is actually for my daughters. I'm going to make socks for my girls, and I put them in this cute little egg crate. And she already winds up the yarn for you, and it's opal sock yarn, so it's good quality, but they come rolled exactly like this, and they're all different shades and colors, and you can start them in whatever order you want. It comes with a pattern. She does have kits that include knitting needles, in case you don't have any. I already had some, so I just bought the kit that comes with the yarn and the pattern. So anyway, yes, I started again, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I have to be honest. I was very, very hesitant to start, and I really didn't want to, but I'm glad that I did. And I had a lot of fun once I got started. So anyway, I'm going to make my daughters some knit socks, because they're crochet socks I made for them a couple years ago at Christmas. They're getting a little small, and so I like knit socks, how stretchy they are. And so I am making some knit socks for my daughters. And I like the egg crate because it holds every single thing of yarn. And then also on this side, I have my scissors and my extra needle right there. So I don't close it, I keep it open, obviously. But yeah, so that's what I have so far. And I don't know what size needle I'm using. I can't remember. Sorry about that. So yeah, it came in this cute little box. And here is a picture. This is the card that comes with it. Her socks are just... And I will put a link to her Etsy shop down below. She's on Instagram as well if you want to follow her. Just awesome. Go check her out. Go check her out. Okay. So, let's see. This is my next finished object. I finished this knit block, and it is a plain knit block. You know, I've been working on these to kind of practice my knitting, get faster, get better, practice reading a knit pattern. So I've been doing these blocks. This is another one I did. Is that upside down? Oh yes, it's upside down. Sorry about that. This is correct. So I made this a plain one. I found this is from Easy Care Baby Knits on Etsy, and she sells these knit block patterns, and I've purchased, I don't know how many of them, lots of them. But you can put them together to make a blanket, and that's what I kind of wanted to do. So you can make plain blocks, and then you can make blocks with pictures on them and then just put them together. So that was my plan. And the yarn I've been using, I really love. I found at Hobby Lobby, and it's by Yarn Bee, and this is another color I picked up, but it's called Nature's Nook, and I love this yarn. And they have, I think, 6 colors, because I have this green, and this white is new, and then they had a pink, which I think is where, oh, I have it here. Oh, yay. Yeah, I have another Catastrophe, but this is the pink I'm using. I was making a butterfly square or block, and as you can see, I dropped a stitch, and I was so flustered at the moment I did not have the brain power to sit there and try to fix it. Well, then when I got home from work that night, my daughters had made a tent in the living room, and they were using my knitting dish as, you know, to hold the blanket over the chair, and this was hanging off the side. So a couple more stitches have been dropped down the row, down the center row, if you can see that. And I yelled. So when I have the brain power, I will try to pick up these stitches and get back to work on this. That will be another block. But this is the pink color I really like. Is what's it called? Yeah, so this is Nature's Nook. Oh, it's called Bear Blush. So this yarn is acrylic, 54% acrylic, 28% lyocell, and 18% flax. So it's got a lot of good texture to it, and I like the tonal look of it. It's also extremely soft, so I love it. I know a lot of, you know, this may not be your thing, but I love this yarn. I love it. Let me put that back there. This is another one of the blocks I did. This is a knitting basket. This is a little bit smaller though, and this is with a different yarn. I think that's with the natural wool. Yeah, this is the plain cloth block. So I'll show that. See, it's just a square. So anyway, okay, so that's what I've been working on there. So yeah, I wanted to make a knit afghan, just making blocks and then sew them together. That's what I was thinking of doing anyway. We'll see if that works out. Okay, how's my time? Okay. So another thing I wanted to try. I have so many whips already. Why not have just a few more? In this magazine, Simply Crochet. This is this issue 121. I found this adorable little chick I wanted to make, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it, but I want to try it. I think it's so cute. If I can find the right page. And the it's the hook to hook. They kind of do a it's the chick on the over here. Oh, this one. I think it's so cute. It's kind of a competition. They ask 2 makers. They give them yarn and tell them, hey, make something for Easter, or, you know, and they each get to design whatever they want. And I saw that little baby chick, and she's got a little basket, and the eggs are in the basket, and then she's got little flowers. Oh, she's just so cute. Look at her. So anyway, I really wanted to make that. And I was reading, it's the pattern, or the design was by Elsa Harder. and she said this was for beginners. She tried to make it simple and easy, so I was like, thank you. Because I'm really going for that lately, because there's so much going on in our life right now, and learning a new job is a little stressful, and I like my job. It's busy, but great people I'm working with, and I really do like it. But when I sit down to craft, it depends on the day, but I don't always have a lot of mental strength at that time, or motivation. So I like the quick, easy projects, or something I can just sit down and do, which I just remembered I was going to show you my granny stitch blanket, but I did not bring it in here. Maybe I'll have to show that next time. But anyway, I had to rip back a blanket I was working on for my daughter, and I'm sure you have been through this before also, but I had gotten pretty far along on it, and I was kind of proud of myself, and I laid it out on the floor in the living room to kind of look at my progress, and I looked at one side, and I'm not joking, it went up this way, and then and I'm like, how did this happen? How did this happen? So I have one side that's fairly straight, one edge, and this edge, it looks like I'm trying to make a skirt. It was bad. It was bad. There's no way that I could fudge that. There's no way I could try to cover it up with a border. There's no way I could fix that. I had to rip it back. So I ripped back almost at least half of the blanket of the progress I had made on it, and I was so frustrated. My daughter had a great time ripping it out, though. I said, here, can you take this string and just pull, just keep pulling. And I put a little stitch marker where I said, okay, this is where it started to veer off. I don't know how that wasn't I don't know how that happened. I don't know how, because I was sure I was keeping an eye on it. But anyway, no, I was not following the pattern. I was doing my own thing, and that is the consequence of my actions. So it's my fault. It's not the pattern, it's my fault, because I decided to veer off and do my own thing, because I'm a rebel. Sometimes it turns out good and sometimes it doesn't. That's just life. Anyway, so yes, that is still sitting on my couch in a heap of pulled out yarn. I need to sit down and rewind it so I can use it again. But again, at that time, I did not have the mental strength or motivation to sit there and try to wind it all before it got tangled. And so that is that. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a great summer. Hope you're staying cool if it is hot where you are. Hope you're able to do some crafting. Oh, and I finished my quilt. I still have to put the label on it. I have not done that. And there was a little mistake on one side I need to fix, where the edge did not meet up with the binding, so I have an open place. I need to fix that. But I've been using it. I really like it, but I've already got ideas for another quilt I want to get started, so I'm very excited about that. I want to make quilts for my daughter's beds. And then also my son had been, going through and cleaning out his stuff, which we've all been trying to do, going through and just getting rid of stuff. But anyway, he had gotten rid of some clothes that he just doesn't wear anymore. And it was a pair of jeans and like a button-up shirt and a pair of dress pants. And they all coordinated. And I'm thinking to myself, what if I cut these up and made a quilt? And if it, you know, if there's not enough material there to make a full-size quilt, I could always, you know, add in some of the scraps that I have. So I think I could make it work. But anyway, that's something else I'm going to try too. So see if that works. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see. But that's exciting. That's really exciting. That channel, and I know I've shared it in our Facebook group, Craft Studio. The lady I've been watching, where I've been getting lots of inspiration for the sewing, the quilting, and everything, is Beth. Her channel is My Sewing Room, I think. And she is just amazing. She just blows me away with all of the stuff she makes, and it's beautiful, and she uses scraps, and she goes to the thrift store and buys stuff and just makes this beautiful quilt, blah blah blah. So anyway, she inspires me. I love her videos, and anyway, I've learned a lot from her. And I had trouble with the binding on my quilt, and I'm still gonna do a final reveal video with my brother for the quilt, but we just haven't been able to do it yet, so that is still coming. But he will do a lot better job than me, so I've been waiting on him to help me with that, and it's going to be beautiful. And but anyway, I had trouble with the binding on my quilt, and I had to redo it twice. I had to redo it because I did it wrong. I've never done binding before, so I didn't know what I was doing. I watched so many videos. Plucky, you were there. You know, do you know how many videos I watched? Yeah, I watched at least 7 videos on how to do quilt binding, and some of them had, you know, easier ways to do it than others. And anyway, but I got it done. I got it done. My quilt is not perfect, absolutely not, and but that's okay. It's my first one, and I think it turned out a lot better than I expected. A lot better than I expected. And oh, and for the filling, I was going to show you guys all that. I was given 2 big rolls of quilt batting, and one is the polyfill polyester quilt batting that you just put in the middle of the fabric. The other one was the all natural 100% cotton. So I chose the 100% cotton just because I think cotton is more breathable, might be more comfortable, because I am using this quilt during the summertime, on the nights when it's a little cool. The polyester, I think, would be warmer, so maybe in my daughter's quilts, when I make theirs, I'll use the poly. Oh, you know what? I do have a bag over here. Can you wait just a minute? I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so this is what I had. Oh, this is low loft. Okay, this is what I had purchased when I was going to make quilts for my daughters, and I'm still going to do that. But this is what I purchased, I believe at Walmart, and it's the 100% polyester quilt batting. So lightweight, breathable. So they have all different sizes, you know, for however big you're going to make your quilt. My daughters have twin size beds, so that's what I was going to make for them. For our bed, I made a little, well, actually, the quilt I made just fits on the top. It does not hang down on the sides of the bed or on the end of the bed. So if I were to make a proper quilt for my husband and I's bed, it would be a lot bigger. But I really made it for like our living room, to hang on our couch as kind of like a family quilt. This is a small piece of the all natural 100% cotton batting, and it is very, very soft. It's like a cream color. It's very, I don't know, just I think it has a more natural feel than the polyester. We used these when I was making, I was helping my aunt with the soup bowl cozies. This is what we use because you can microwave this. So you wouldn't want to put that polyester in the microwave, I don't think. But anyway, so there it is. So as you can see, this is really, really white. This is more of a cream color. So, but it would say on the package 100% natural. I think it's called warm and natural or something, cotton. So that's what I used. And I really do love the feel of it. I washed my quilt and was able to dry it, and it just, I really like it. And I want to make a pillow. I wanted to make a pillow and then have Plucky have a little set up my quilt and the pillow and Plucky all together. So we'll see if I can have that, get that done and show you for next time. Okay, so I think that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless. Take care. I will see you in the next video. Bye.